Whether it's your first time visiting or frequent Orlando several times a year, you still need a place to stay. For most people, that would involve a hotel or resort in the Orlando area. You may ask, where is the best hotel or resort to stay when visiting Orlando? The best answer I could give you is it really depends on what you plan on doing while in Orlando. With around 500 hotels in the Orlando area, there are plenty of options for you and your family. This is Justin from Adventures Away, and today we're going to go over my suggestions on where to stay on your next trip to Orlando. When asking someone what brings them to Orlando, the most common response is visiting Disney, Universal, or maybe even SeaWorld. However, several travelers may answer they're just staying before their cruise departs from Port Canaveral. Flying into Orlando International, you're about 30 minutes from both Universal and Disney. Every time my family and I visit Orlando, we stay in the Williamsburg area between Interstate 4 and Florida Route 423. I believe this is the perfect area for a general stay in Orlando, given its proximity to Disney, Universal, SeaWorld, and the routes to other attractions around Orlando. In the Williamsburg area, there are almost 50 hotels or resorts to choose from, which is still a lot to consider. One question you should ask yourself while looking for a place to book is what you plan on doing while in Orlando. Do you plan on activity after activity and only seeing the inside of your hotel room when you take a shower, go to bed, and wake up the next morning for your next fun-packed day? Or do you want to have a couple of days to relax between events, or just want to go somewhere and not do anything and relax by the pool? Personally, I love having a day or two to relax around the pool between park days to recharge. Depending on your answer to this, it will narrow down your search for the hotel or resort for you to stay at. If your answer was the first, then a basic hotel room will suit your needs perfectly. There are plenty of basic hotel rooms within walking distance from SeaWorld that run around $70 to $120 per night, depending on the time of the year. Some of these basic rooms actually are studio rooms, which means there is a small kitchen where you could cook some meals if you choose to do that. There are several of these basic hotel rooms that also offer free breakfast as well, which saves some time and money while on vacation. If you are going to any theme park, be sure to eat a good breakfast so you do not have to eat more than once in the park, since theme park food tends to be very expensive. Now, if your answer was the latter of the two, and you want to be able to just relax on vacation, as well as consider a resort that has a nice property for both fun and entertainment for all ages. My family usually stays at one of the Marriott Vacation Club resorts in the Williamsburg area, normally Lakeshore Reserve near the Ritz-Carlton, or Harbour Lake right next to Interstate 4. Both resorts are great for relaxing all day long and not worrying about going anywhere if you do not want to. Being Marriott Vacation Club owners, we are partial to these resorts since we use our owner points to book these resorts before looking elsewhere. There is a significant difference in these two resorts, though, when it comes to entertainment and activities. Lakeshore Reserve is more of a laid-back resort with a lazy river-style pool, 2 hot tubs, and plenty of shaded spots all around the pool area. Lakeshore could be classified as more of an adults resort, but my oldest always has a blast while we are there since there are 2 water slides, a pool table, cornhole, a large playground, and other activities to do all around the pool to keep him entertained. There is a wide variety of rooms available at Lakeshore, which range from a standard guest room all the way to a 3-bedroom townhouse. The nightly rate for these varies just as greatly from about $170 to $500 per night for the public. Keep in mind that you are paying for a significantly higher experience compared to the basic hotel. Remember, you get what you pay for. Harbour Lake, on the other hand, could be classified more as a family resort, since there is a lot more activities for kids there. Harbour Lake offers 2 pools, one with a pirate ship water park for smaller kids, and the other with a larger water slide similar to the one found at Lakeshore Reserve, as well as a large splash pad area for kids of all ages. Some of the non-water activities offered at Harbour Lake is mini golf, cornhole, basketball courts, soccer field, playground, and several indoor activities as well. Harbour Lake offers guest rooms with a kitchenette up to a 2-bedroom villa, which range from $150 to $250 per night. Harbour Lake is significantly cheaper than Lakeshore, but is not as upscale. However, you cannot go wrong with either resort in the Williamsburg area, given their proximity to both Universal and Disney. Staying in this area not only is great for Orlando parks, but it has good access to the routes that lead directly to Kennedy Space Center and Legoland, both a little over an hour away. That area is just my go-to when I visit Orlando. However, if you are just wanting to visit Disney or Universal, you could stay closer to either. Staying near Universal, you not only have all of the on-site resorts at Universal, but you have several off-site hotels and resorts within walking distance from City Walk. All of the Universal resorts offer transportation to and from the parks. The 3 most affordable resorts offered at Universal is Cabana Bay Resort next to Volcano Bay, Surfside and Dockside Inn at the Endless Summer Resort. All 3 range from $150 to $250 per night for the standard guest room. Off-site hotels and resorts within walking distance of City Walk are mainly on the opposite side of Interstate 4 next to the Endless Summer Resorts. Do not worry about traffic, because there is a dedicated walking path on the overpass going towards the Universal campus. Directly on the other side of the interstate, there are over a dozen hotel and resort options to choose from, ranging from $70 to $160 per night. That area is where I would stay if I were visiting only Universal while in Orlando. Visiting Disney, on the other hand, my suggestion would be staying off of US Route 192, just off of Interstate 4. This area is about 5 minutes from any of the Disney parks, pending any ridiculous traffic you may encounter. In this area, there are several hotels and resorts that you can find for $50 to $150 per night, as well as several restaurants that you can eat at instead of eating in the parks all day, every day. Obviously, there's always the Disney resorts, but they are significantly more expensive than the ones found at Universal. If you are staying in Orlando just a night or two before your cruise out of Port Canaveral, I would suggest staying in the hotels on the other side of Route 528 from Orlando International. Many of these hotels have shuttle services from the airport to the hotels, and many of the shuttle services that make trips from Orlando to Port Canaveral pick up from those hotels as well. If you're still unsure where you should stay when visiting Orlando, please reach out to us, and we would be more than happy to give our personal suggestions for you and even get your hotel booked for your next stay as well. I hope you enjoyed this video of where you should stay while visiting Orlando. This is Justin from Adventures Away. Until next time, have a great one.